How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Happy fall. It's very gloomy today. Melancholy a bit. A typical fall day around here. It's raining on and off, a bit cold, but it's supposed to warm up a little tomorrow. Anyway, it is soccer season or football, whichever country you are in, and also regular football for us Americans. I do have football decorations out, like American football, but they're just too big to put in the screen. And I have a Boy Scout book, but it's in storage. So I'm just honoring Boy and Girl Scouts, which is also starting up in fall. And it's soccer and football season. In soccer, I was a big time soccer player as well. And then I did dance the rest of the year. All right, so I did try basketball, but I was just too short. I just could never get the ball. I'm like, you guys suck. Fucking Amazon women. Anyway, let's get into it. I felt like it was time to do a love reading. I don't really have much energy today. I feel like it's the universe. It's just the way it is right now. You might feel a dip coming into this 9-9 portal. Just make sure you're calling your energy back to yourself and doing protection, just because there's this heavy energy right now. I'm not sure if it's in the world or just this reading that I was pulled to do. I'm going to start with some feelings. This could be your feelings, your person's feelings. Again, this is about love. I was directed to do a love reading. It could be a situationship. It could be somebody you just broke up with. It could be someone you're crushing on. It could be someone you're with. Just anything to do with love, really. So take only what resonates to you. I see my hawk. I think he's made a home in our little pond back there. And he came all the way over here yesterday to eat, and we had this whole moment. We were like locking eyes. I've been here for 4 years. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, there he is. He's flying up the tree line. Can't see him right this second. You dipped lower. But anyway, he came over, and I have been feeding these critters for 4 years. I've never in my life been that close to a hawk. I heard my I don't know where he went. I'm sorry. If I see him again, I'll zoom. Must have dipped to get a mouse. He was hunting and swooping. I heard my birds making weird noises. I've never heard them make those noises, and I was like, what the fuck? So I thought maybe something was going on, or there was just more of them than usual, because they're like really loud screeching. I went over to my window, and like literally right here in the dirt, right there in the dirt where all my stuff is, was this hawk. And he was big, and he'd like fluffed his feathers for a minute, and I swear to God, we locked eyes for a good 15 seconds. He was just looking at me. I was looking at him or her, and I was like, are you hungry, buddy? Are you hungry? Oh, he's flying in between the tree lines. I keep seeing him. And so I carefully opened the window, but when I did that, he flew off up into my tree, and I threw some food out, and he was watching me, and I was figuring, if I just left it alone. I tried to put the camera in the window, and I like walked away from it, hoping it would come back and eat something, but I think it was just looking for field mice, and it was like, ooh, a feeding hole. There's a bunch of critters here. Or it's just his new turf. He was just checking out what everybody was doing over here. But it's like such a majestic feeling, and I feel like it's relevant for this reading just because I've been here for 4 years and I've never seen a hawk like make a home around here. That they don't normally like being this close to population, but they can find better food out here. We don't really have a lot of extra noise, for a development. We're pretty cool. Like everybody here is pretty cool. Like nobody really fucks around. We've had some assholes, but it looks like they've all gotten evicted. They don't last long because we are kind of a quiet, calm, not that like it's always quiet. There's 3 stories of people above me. There he is, up big and bold and bright in the sky. Oh, come on. Every time I zoom in, you dip. Knows what I'm doing. But right over where that like purple tree is, there's like a little pond, and you know, the bullfrogs are like wicked loud over there, and there's a couple cute birds, but I think a hawk made a nest. He's just, there he is. Or her. Oh, come on. It won't, the universe won't let me get him. I don't care. There he is. Do you see him? That's my baby. I call him Hawken. I am a writer. Come on. He's like the biggest sci-fi lover of all time, or was. Look at him. He's coming closer. Oh my God, is he coming back now? That would be so awesome. He's like on the other side of my tree, guys. Oh my God, that would be so cool if he came back. I've been waiting for him all day. And I was just talking about him and he was being evasive as fuck. Hawkins! I don't care, we're dwaddling. It is not every day a hawk comes up to visit us, guys. It could be a vulture. I don't really know. It looks like a hawk to me. It's all by its lonesome. There's always, I mean, vultures go off by their own, on their own too. Oh, there he is, up there again. He got close for a minute. Mr. Hawkins, would you come and visit us by the window for this reading? We would love that so much. You're so majestic. Actually, I can't name it yet because I don't know if it's a girl. Hawkins is not boy and girl. It's more like a... Okay, there's two of them. Maybe they are vultures. Oh my God, maybe I have a husband and wife? A husband and wife vulture or a husband and wife hawk. I'm not really sure. They're both really big birds and they're both brown. I know what an eagle is because the eagle's bald. I'm like, oh, you're an eagle. But eagles definitely would not come to your window. At least not in the daytime. It was probably a vulture, guys. But it was like a giant, majestic bird. I don't know. What do you guys think we should name it? I'm going to get back to your reading right now, but I just feel like it was relevant. Something big and majestic could be coming. You could be like on a twin flame mission. It could be like a departed loved one. Like, animals have been really crazy to me this summer. Like, dogs literally are my fans. Like, I can't even walk outside. They follow me and they run up and they jump on me and give me kisses. And then they hug my legs with their paws and won't let me go. They're like my fans, and I love it because I love dogs. Oh my God, Hawkins, stop doing musical and beautiful shit over there. It's like, I love watching it. I've been watching it all day yesterday because it like looks like it swoops. I was a ballerina, and I'm just hearing music as it like turns in the sky and dips and sways. I'm like, it's a ballerina too. Anyway, oh my God, Hawkins, come over here, Hawkins. You're getting close, Hawkins. Do you see him? Probably not. I really think it's a vulture. He's coming. Do you know I'm recording? Will you come and say hi to us, beautiful? Stop hiding in the tree. Oh, he went over to the other building. He's getting closer. I swear, he might come. All right, pay attention. Let's get feelings. You know, I get distracted, but it's usually something majestic or magical that happens. These critters find me, and they act weird. And it's all for you, Collective. I'm spiritually upgrading. And the more I upgrade, the more animals react to me. I went to the zoo, and the panther... there's this black panther. He's like really grumpy. Does not like being a zoo animal. They're having a hard time getting him to eat. Like zoologists, okay? People that do this for a fucking living couldn't get this panther up. I was just walking through the zoo, and I saw the black panther. He's just chilling on the rock that he always does. I was just looking at him. I was like, Panthy, why are your eyes so sad? What's the matter, baby? And I shit you fucking not, it got up off the rock and came over. And it laid down right by, like, it wasn't close to me because there was like kind of like a moat they built so it couldn't jump. But as close as it could get to me, it just laid there, and I was just talking to it, and it was listening to me. And the only reason why I know about this animal is because the zookeeper came out, and she goes, "Would you mind talking to him for a little bit more? He has literally been in like depressed, and he wouldn't move all day. We can't get him to eat. This is the first like movement. Maybe he'll eat if you talk to him." So I was like, "Oh my God, yes. Panthy, you need to eat. Don't be sad. I fucking shit you not, I ate. I am Dr. Doolittle. I don't know how I do it, but I freak my own self out with animals. I don't know. I don't know if they just understand what I'm saying or if it's like my voice, because I'm like sweet and like, "Hi, Panthy." And I like give them a name. I like talk to them from my heart, and I feel that energy back. Hawkins, come on, baby. This is the closest you've gotten all day. Hawkins, my baby, come and see me, please. Please, dancing in the sky. Hawkins. If you know the real Stephen Hawkins, will you come to the fucking movie camera? It's not really a movie camera, but he would get the sense of humor. I swear to God, he's about to come. He's toying with us. I don't know. I don't know if you're all still here, but it'll be worth it if he comes. He's so beautiful. Finally, some fucking movement. I forgive you. Woo. See, why? I want to take you away so there's no distractions. Maybe they forgive you for not making time or not having time or being too busy for something. I dream about you or us all the time. A lot of spiritual downloads for this connection. I'm not going to wait forever. I want to move in together. I want to see what this connection is between us. I'm so sorry. I chose the easier connection because it's comfortable. I regret it severely. I tried or used magic to try to get you to come back and love me again. My goodness. All right, so there's definitely divine feminine, divine masculine energies. I think you're both saying I'm sorry and I forgive you. There's like I want to make peace here energy. I don't think you're carrying anything about the past anymore. There is a little bit of an understanding that maybe the time wasn't right or the circumstance wasn't right, but I think the both of you are really feeling that this connection is important. Like you guys either are meant to have a family, get married, move in together. You know, it's a meaningful connection. This isn't something that's just like a one night stand or let's just see where it goes and have fun. There's like a seriousness to this. There definitely is a disconnect though. I don't know if you are just keeping it casual or you guys are in that casual, I want to take it to the next level, but don't really know how to do that. You could be in that aspect of it, or you're like completely broken up, something went wrong, but you still have this connection, you still have these feelings. Somebody could have went back to an ex or someone they dated in the past, because you know when you go back to an ex-lover, especially if it's someone you already slept with and had a connection with, you don't have to really work too hard for the romance. You don't have to work too hard for the connection. It's already there. And so sometimes we can get that confused with a real connection when really it's just a comfortability thing. Like maybe you're out of your element. Oh my God, I can't speak today. Maybe you went out of your comfort zone. Maybe you moved somewhere, or life is just a bit hard. And then somebody from your past comes in, and you're like, oh my God, I can be myself. Like, I don't have to worry. We already got over the hurdle of, oh my God, this person's seen me naked, or whatever the situation is. It's there already. You have a connection, and your world is unstable, or you're emotionally unstable. And so it feels like love. It feels like home. And I think every person at some point in their life gets caught up in a relationship like this. A lot of times you do remain friends with people like this, but it can go really nasty too. Like, you have a big breakup, you say things you don't mean, bring up the past into the present, which is never a good thing. But for this one, I see somebody went to an older connection because it was comfortable. I feel like it's the masculine energy, but take only resonates to you. Flip it if it's the other way around. But I just feel like maybe they went to like a childhood love or a teen love, or somebody from their home that gets them, that likes the same things, that lives in the same area. It wouldn't be hard to like make it really work. Maybe your families know each other and there's like all this like unity, right? So that would be a hard relationship to get out of because it's so interconnected. Maybe you have kids with this person. Maybe someone got married here. Maybe they moved away to try to make a relationship work, but they're thinking about someone here. Either you, Divine Feminine, or, flip the script. If you went to be with someone and you're thinking about someone else, it's like you're both thinking about each other. You might have both went back to relationships that were comfortable because this one was so intense. You didn't really know what to do with it. But there's a lot of regret to going back or to picking something that was easier. And somebody doesn't want to wait for someone to decide if they're worth it to them. And I feel it's Divine Feminine energy. It doesn't have to be, again, flip the script, but Divine Feminine wants to get this life moving. They want to move in with you. They want to start establishing roots, because I do think they feel a long-term connection with you. I just heard Grease's "You're the One That I Want." So it could be a Danny Sandy situation. You could know each other from high school and you just can't seem to get off this repeating track of coming back to each other. Maybe you two are the ones that got together when you were young and you moved away and you had this adult life and you chose other people because it was easier for this new life. It could be the opposite way. For some of you, you got into a relationship with someone new, but you have someone home you have all these roots with and you're in love with. Others of you, you went to someone who is home and you met someone somewhere else and you just didn't know what to do. It was too intense. Someone here is also trying to manifest the other back. I don't feel like it's dark magic. I don't feel like they're doing any kind of like manipulative shit. I think it's just like praying. Please God, bring this person back into my life. Like, I miss them. If this connection is real, is this the person I'm supposed to marry? They're asking a lot of questions. They could be doing like purity candles, like cleanse this relationship clean, let forgiveness come. Again, I don't feel anything nasty. It's more of I want to cleanse and clear and heal. They could be into the occult of some kind, but they don't have to be. Let's see. I'm just going to, some of these are movies, some of these are real couples. I'm just going to see what's going on with you, see if I can get some more details to help me understand how to direct you with the advice that they're giving. Blank check. Okay. We have spoiled, lottery, winning. Someone who could have came into some money. Or, they just have abundance of money. They really could have anything. They could be born into it or just after money. Could be a gold digger energy, but I really don't feel that too strongly. I feel like somebody had this life elevation and they could literally afford whatever they want. And maybe they were buying people into their life. Maybe this person that felt comfortable to them, it's like if I just keep everybody happy, they'll stay energy. And if you think about the movie Blank Check, he came into money. He didn't really know how to invest. He didn't grow up that way. So he was very frivolous. He lost a bunch of money. And, everybody just wanted to be in his life because he had money. And maybe that's a situation with a karmic here. Maybe somebody only got with someone for money. I do feel that. Gold digger energy, but that would be a karmic, not this love connection. And you could be worrying that maybe somebody only wants you for your money like everybody else. That's something you're going to have to work within yourself. No psychic can really be like, yes, this person is only about you for money 100%, because when you read the cards, they could be wanting financial stability, but they could also be wanting emotional stability, and it could be read the same as financial. Like, I just want this person to stay. They could have neglect issues, and it could come across as money issues when really it's personal finances, like emotional finances. So it's really hard to clarify here, and I'm on the fence with it. So I think some of you might be with somebody who got with you for money, or got comfortable with this lifestyle, or you got comfortable with this money lifestyle, and you might be going back towards someone who isn't from money. You might be changing their life. You might want to come in and spoil them. I do feel some energy, or someone might want to come in and spoil you. But there's this element of people using me for my money. I think that's a fear here. Hi, Sammy. Sammy's running to us. Hi, Sam. He always comes when we're reading. I feel like he's this channel's mascot. The holiday popped, but it didn't come out, so I'm not going to take it. Maybe it's somebody that was like a friend that you go to events with and you hook up with sometimes, but you actually are in like love with this person, or this person could be in love with you, or that's the person you got with just because it was comfortable. Jacob the Liar popped. Ooh. I want it to fly out though. Tell me more about this connection, please and thank you. What do we need to know about this connection? Ooh, Cleopatra and Mark Anthony. Hello, stepping into my ancestors. Yeah, and then you have Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon. Oh boy. So there definitely is a power struggle here in this relationship. Power, money, gets in the way of this connection. It's like maybe you're both stars, you're both celebrities in your world. It doesn't have to be like on the world scale. Maybe you're just famous in your town. Maybe you're like the mayor. I don't know. Maybe you're famous in your company because you're the CEO. I don't know. It doesn't have to be like you're famous, but you could be. This is, if you think about Cleopatra and Mark Anthony had a family. When he met Cleopatra, he had two families in two different countries. He was trying to rule and had like the best of both worlds. Cleopatra infamously was supposedly known for needing Mark Anthony because, her own family was trying to kill her. It was like Egypt needed it, okay? They needed help financially. They needed direction. Cleopatra had a lot of enemies. She was very good at seduction. She was very good at, she was a siren, and she used her gifts well to land Mark Anthony. But despite it all, Mark Anthony, I don't think, in my personal opinion, ever really loved his original wife and children. He just felt obligated to care for that family and make sure his people were okay. He could have abandoned Cleopatra, and a lot of the times he did. There were time apart. Like, he was in his country, he was doing his thing. She was in her country doing her thing. They did spend large amounts of time apart. And it was very rocky, and they fought a lot. But I, in my personal opinion, feel like it was because he never denounced his first wife and made Cleopatra his true queen of both countries. They definitely had a true love, because you don't fight and you're not that passionate if you don't care. No matter what, they kept coming back to each other. Even when the world told them it was wrong, even when, their countries and their money and their lives literally depended on it, they couldn't keep their hands off each other. It was an undeniable connection physically. Whereas his first wife was probably something that was arranged and expected of him. So you could have gotten into a relationship. Maybe you were with someone for a long time. When you met this Cleopatra-like person, you could have already been married. You're like, well, I have this thing I have to take care of. I have this responsibility. I have this country leaning on me, or this business, or whatever. And, I don't live in a world where I can have two families. And then with Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, clearly we all know what happens there. Mariah Carey is a lot like me. We don't like to fucking share. We know our worth, and if you want to be a little fuckboy, you can go be a little fuckboy by yourself. Bet you that's what she said. That's why Nick Cannon still to this day loves her. She don't take his fucking shit. She values herself. She holds it down as a mother. They probably have a good friendship. She's not going to let bullshit get in the way of him being with his kids. There might still be love there, but he just can't respect her. He can't treat her good. Mariah, did the one thing Cleopatra couldn't do in her time. She couldn't cut cords with Mark Antony. Her life literally depended on being his, person. It was hard for women back then, but Mariah Carey is definitely a queen in her own right in her industry. She stood on her own 2 feet and she kicked Nick Cannon to the curb. Nick Cannon's fine. They have somewhat of a relationship. They have kids. It works. But they're not together. So what I feel like this person, this divine feminine, put their foot down. I don't want to be the side piece. I don't want to be a second family. I want us to be the only family. And divine masculine isn't giving in to that. It's like he or she, this divine masculine, could come from money. You could be able to financially get yourself out of it. So I feel like divine feminine's like, it's not like you can't afford it. You can afford to clean and uproot your life if you don't want to be with someone. You can afford to take care of your kids, and you can still be there for your kids and not be with that person. There's like an ultimatum hovering. I don't know if it's been made, and that's why you are not together, or you feel divine masculine, that's what they're going to say. So you're like, well, until I figure out what I want, I'm just going to stay away. Oh boy. Let's see what's going on currently within this connection. What's going on currently? Sweet soul rising. A lot of dreams, a lot of spiritual awakening within your dreams. You could be actually seeing ancient Egypt with Cleopatra and Mark Antony. I feel like a lot of the people a part of the 144,000 do see a lot of ancient Egypt, Moses-like time, because that's the time we're in. I'm not saying there's going to be a great flood, but I'm not ruling it out either. I'm just saying we're standing up to evil rulers. We're on the cusp of defying world order. Okay? A revolution is going to be happening within our lifetime, just like Moses. Moses came from nothing. A slave, he just wanted to free his people. He wanted to free his people from oppression, and he had a great mission to do that. And there is a modern day Moses here that's going to lead us out of this bullshit Republican, Democratic, democracy, all this communist shit, whatever, all of this shit is going to be wiped and a new world order will step up. I've heard this all of my life, and we've all been taught to fear the new world order or to reject it like it's a one universal thought process. I in no way support a universal thought process. I am 100% a free thinker, and we should all be thinking freely and clearly and asking questions, because when we are of universal mind, manipulation and control is, easy as fuck, like now. Everybody is of a universal mind, whether you realize it or not, and that's why there's chaos. The free thinkers, the free minds are dying. You could be awakening to your whatever your connection is within this connection. Cleopatra and Mark Antony had such a big presence in history. Why do you think that is? They weren't, great people within themselves. They were actually quite horrible. If you look at the things that they did in their life, they lied, they cheated, they manipulated, they were narcissists. They were very selfish and greedy motherfuckers, but they were rulers, and that's how a lot of the rulers are. But how is that any different from our governments now? Maybe you're from two very different countries. Maybe you're from two very different belief systems. But this connection is rising. It's elevating. It's not diminishing. It's not going away. No matter how much you try to push it under the rug, no matter how much you try to tell yourself that you don't love each other, you know it's a lie as you're saying it to yourself. There's an undeniable connection. Brian McKnight is playing in my head. It's undeniable that we could be apart. I don't know what the words are, but that's what I just heard. Yeah, heart fire. Exactly. You don't want to be apart much longer. There's this need for each other. It's not just a physical, sexual need. Like, you literally need to be in each other's energy. It's a comforting, you come alive, you thrive. It's like you're both better at your craft. You're not a universal mind. You are two very different people. You are two very different free thinkers. And that's exactly what you love about each other. You test each other. You challenge each other. You don't know what to expect. It is not easy. It is not predictable. And it is not safe. And it scares the fuck out of you. Maybe because you are reincarnated Mark Antony and Cleopatra. You have this pain within this relationship that is being pulled to the surface. You are transmuting a past life wound within this connection, and you didn't even know it. Yeah, it's like you could have, you don't necessarily have to be them, but if you're connected to them, that I feel like it's confirmation. But you could just have wounds in this lifetime and other lifetimes where you didn't pick each other. So now there's this resentment, or there's this fear of being rejected, fear of giving too much because I wasn't enough. But that was last lifetime, or that was in the past. That's definitely not current for the two of you. You both are on fire for each other. The longing to be held, the longing, yes, for the physical joining, but to hold each other while you sleep, to wake up together. These are the things you're longing for. Making plans, traveling together, building that empire together. You're both in your worlds or in your spaces daydreaming about what it would be like together, but I don't feel any actual movement here. And the Ancient Ones in reverse, yeah. You're not aware, you're not connecting to, I think in sleep, they're trying to transmute this emotional trauma. It's your soul remembering the other soul that broke your heart. It's always a part of your journey, especially if you are on a twin flame journey, or if you're in the 144,000. It is a part of your journey to transmute. Union only comes when this kind of healing is done. So I feel like union could be close here, and you're just recognizing in each other that you have great potential to hurt each other, but so much potential to build. And we have across the waters. I do think that you might have to travel to be together. I do feel a difference in language or culture or beliefs, or just a great big divide. It could be a conflict. It could be another person, like a third party situation, or it could be literal space. Yeah, but you're reaching your breaking point. You don't want to be apart anymore. You don't want to sit around and wonder anymore. Like, you have all of these thoughts and feelings, and it's becoming more than you. It's becoming more than any rug that you could shove it under. It's becoming the floor you walk on. It's becoming the ceiling you're looking up at. It's consuming you, and yet you still fight. You still hold your feelings in with this cloak. You still deny. It's undeniable. Everybody and everything can see it, but the two of you. You fight each other. Who's going to give first? Not me. I'm not going. I'm not going to be the one that gives my heart out and looks like a jackass. I'm not going to tell this person how I feel, because they're never going to listen. They're never going to pick me. You're letting your fears and the potential of being hurt ever stop this from ever getting off the ground when you really want each other. That's the cloak. You want this person. This person wants you. The hows, the whats, the whys, they're eating you alive at this time. Consuming your thoughts. You're unable to focus. You could be losing sleep, anxiety, stress, feeling like your life is like falling off kilter because you're going off path, because your path is meant to mingle with this person. Yeah, with this lover. You're supposed to be with this person. That's why Spirit keeps shoving it in your face. That's why these feelings only get more intense. They don't go away. You're not spending time with each other at this point, at least my feeling. You're not talking. You're not diving deep into each other's soul, and yet you are infatuated with each other. If that isn't proof enough, boo-boo. There's nothing to fear with this kind of great love. This kind of great love is powerful. Would I be intimidated if this kind of love knocked on my door? Fuck yes. But I'm still opening my door, because that's a rare fucking shit right there. That's a rare moment. That's a gift from the universe to be loved that much and love in return. If you drop the fear, if you put that willpower, like, we are conquerors. We are never going to conquer each other. It is the world against us. And you own that. No matter what's happening in your life or around you, you are loyal to each other. Nobody touches your body but that person. Nobody knows your deep, intimate thoughts except that person. You are each other's confidants. You are each other's protectors. And you are both warriors. I literally, I don't know why this just popped in my head. I just ran down. I don't know why, but I finally watched Roadhouse, like the new one. I've been dragging my feet because not because I thought, look, Jake Gyllenhaal is a great actor. I am a huge Conor McGregor fan, but Patrick Swayze was a dancer, okay? I am a dancer. I literally cried for 2 days when that man died. I couldn't do it for Patrick Swayze. And everyone's like, oh, you're team Conor McGregor. Why aren't you watching his movie? Why aren't you I'm like, because he stepped on Patrick Swayze's shit. I love that man. I'm always rooting for him. But I'm like, no. You can't ruin it. Don't do it to me. But I did watch it. It was nothing like the first one. What I'm okay with. Because when they try to do it like the past one and they fuck it up, I get angry. I'm like, oh. If you're gonna do this, you need to do this better, motherfuckers. You have all this money, you have all this time. Why are you doing some dumb shit? Was it the greatest movie? No. They didn't have the greatest budget. It was a free movie, first of all. I didn't have to pay for it. So I'm thankful for that. Again, Jake Gyllenhaal is always good at his characters. And, you know, for his age, good for you, boo-boo. Looking great. I'm old, so I always appreciate the people that can hold on to their bodies. I fucking didn't. It's like, cupcakes! Ah! But anyway, Connor did good. It was alright. You know, you could definitely tell they wanted him. Like, if you watch the first, this is relevant to your story, by the way. Just bear with me for a minute. You could tell that in the first movie, the bad guy had long hair and he was a fucking idiot and he made like weird noises and he talked weird and it was just like bad acting. But, and he, you know, I think he was an athlete too. Like Connor is an actor. Like I think that was his first movie. Don't quote me on it. But, you know, for his first movie, and, you know, he's a fighter. And I thought it was hilarious that UFC shit was all over Jake. And it was just like an irony in the whole thing. I'm like, is Jake playing Connor? I don't really know. I think he is. But and Connor's playing, you know, trying to do, maybe he watched the first one, or the direction was for him to have like a weird way of talking and a weird way of walking. I bet you Connor probably wouldn't have played it like that if he had given more of room to like improv it and shit. But this is my point in this whole movie. First of all, I saw at the end of the movie, you see Conor McGregor's butt again, and you see it in the, like, literally the first scene is you just see straight Conor ass, okay? You don't see nothing else. It's not like totally pervert. It's just his butt. And who knows if it's his butt? It's probably a stunt double. Maybe not. I don't know. But so this relationship, you know, that Conor McGregor's character went through some fucking shit at that point. I actually thought he was dead. So I was like, oh. So here comes another life to this relationship. It's a lot of fight scenes. If you're like a guy, you'll probably like that movie. Wasn't the greatest storyline. But you're being resurrected again. Like, they could stab you, they could beat you, they could torment you, but you're not running from this. Or won't be much longer. We have the sun. Oh, wait. My deck's upside down. The sun. Could be dealing with a Leo. You could have a literal son with this person. I do see a baby. I think you're meant to have a boy with this person. I see this little boy holding his hand up, like maybe winning a match. You could have a son already. It's a blonde hair. Cute, right? Does that look like your son? Or you're going to have a son like that. And the Chariot could be dealing with, okay, so Leo, Cancer energy, Valor. This is a good omen. You are each other's light. You are being pulled to each other in the near future. Someone's coming in hot and fast, fighting. I know who you are. I know what I want. I'm giving up the past shit. We're going to have this baby. We're going to have this life. Fighting for this. Love it. Oh, shit. Virtue, Dominion, and Worry. You're worried about how it's going to look, though. There's a little bit of projecting. Maybe you have a public image, because there is, you know, someone in the mix here between you two. Whether it's another family that you have with someone else, or a relationship, or a job, or family members. There's third-party influences in this. And you're worried how it's all going to come together. You're worried about the backlash of it, or how you're going to, like, mix families, how you're going to get, if you have kids, how, you know, is the relationship going to play out with this person that you love and your ex? If you don't have kids, it's like maybe they have kids and you have to, like, learn a whole new thing, or you have kids and they don't, and it's like, what are we going to, there's a lot of worries, what ifs, how are we going to do this, where are we going to live, what country are we living in for some of you, but this is, remember that energy of being loyal to each other. You are each other's confidant. You are each other's deepest love. You know, nobody touches the other. Like, that person's body is, you know, not in a possessive, like, unhealthy way, but this person thinks that their body is yours. So if they're off away from you, whether you're not even together at this point, but this is carrying into the future and current. If somebody goes to caress their arm or hold their hand or kiss them, this person backs up. You're not even together, and this person is already acting like they are. And you could be too. Even with, if you're with somebody, whoever is with a person, you or them, they're like not being as close, not being as physical, because they are starting to feel like they're cheating on the actual person they love with someone they don't. But your person, don't let nobody have any dominion over them. This is the kind of person that doesn't need you to make decisions for them. They are of sound mind and they could do it, but they're like, you know what? Let me go home and run this by my other half because I'm going to have to travel. We got kids, you know. I want to make sure he's all right with it or she's all right with it. Like, this person cares about your place in their life just as much as they care about their place in their life. This is a deep respect. This is somebody who, you know, even if you two are fucking mad at each other, okay, you could have fought all the way till Christmas dinner in the car. I'm sick of this. You know, we need to work on this. Yada, yada, shmada, blah, blah, blah. But you get out of that car. You hold hands. You're pissed as fuck. Merry Christmas. Let's go have a good time. You put it away, and you know, your kids, your family, everybody thinks you're in a good place, and by the end of the night you are, because that's love. Is like, we're not going to let it ruin Christmas. We'll talk about this tomorrow. We're going to bench it. You're both a little bit of a powerhouse, so you don't back down easily, but your love for each other always gets you guys to compromise. That's what I'm seeing. I think a lot of the frustration with you is like, how the fuck am I going to deal with this powerhouse? I'm a fucking powerhouse. I don't let nobody tell me what to do. I fight all my battles. If my person is in trouble, I go over there and fight their battles too. Well, guess what, boo-boo? This person is the same as you. So if somebody's fucking with you, man or woman, they're going to get up like someone's in their face. And they're also thinking like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this person? You know? We're just going to be two powerhouses just, no, you're not. That's what you're not seeing. It's more passion than, when you guys want to rip each other's clothes off more than you fight. You're just seeing two strong minds always butting heads. But that's not butting heads, as they're mingling body parts, boo-boos. You're seeing it backwards. You're having a dyslexic moment like me. All right, anything else we need to know? Before I need to go make some lunch, I'm starving. And I have to clean. I don't want to. And I have to plan my week for all the filming stuff. I just can't get motivated. I'm about to order some food and stuff my face. And hopefully that'll give me some energy. It's my cheat day. I think I'm going to order something very naughty. I don't know what I want, though. Ooh, the Hierophant. Marriage. Signing contracts. Buying a house. I just think you're getting married. Going to the chapel of love. Yep. Ace of Discs. It's going to be hard, though. With the star. Okay, so some of you are married to someone you don't want to be still in the near future. It's going to be hard to get out of that, to tell that person that they're not the chosen one, that they're not the one you actually love, or this person has to tell them vice versa if you're not the one. It's going to be a burden, you two coming together and getting married and someone getting out of a relationship. I'm hearing home wrecker, like slurs and shit. Yeah. This karmic energy, trying to ruin the relationship before it even begins. It's like I feel like a woman's calling another woman a whore, home wrecker, you fucked my husband when we were still married, but this is like a public thing. So either they're going on social media and blasting like, yeah, they had a whole fucking relationship behind my back. I don't really feel like it's true, though. For most of you, I don't think you don't have connection right now. You're separated because this divine feminine doesn't want to be a side piece. Maybe you were before. I don't know if that played out, but this is definitely something the karmic is going to bash hard. I don't want to say it, but I feel like you need to, just to prepare your kids. But I do see if you have kids with this karmic, they're going to like literally tell your kids that daddy left you for a younger piece of trash for some of you. And if some of you, this person is older. So it's like they left for this older woman who trapped your daddy because they only want your daddy's money. They don't love your daddy. They ruined our family. Like a very vindictive bitch. Just like feeding bullshit to your kids. That's not right. Like I know people hurt people, and it's hard with divorce, but at no time in anyone's divorce should you ever talk to your kids about your own personal feelings in your divorce or bash the other parent, even if that parent is a piece of fucking shit. You always have to keep in the back of your mind, that is my kid's mom, and they only see my kids only see their mom. They don't see the vindictive person. They don't understand. They're not grown. And I don't want them to grow up and remember that I bashed the person that brought them into this world. I might hate that fucking bitch, but my children, as far as I'm concerned, are going to think I think the world of that girl, because that is how they deserve to grow up, by thinking both parents have respect for each other. That's why split families who the parents remain friends, the kids are so much more well balanced because they don't have this, I have to choose sides. And I really feel like that this person is going to do that with your kids. Like they're going to make your kids choose sides. I don't care how old your kids are, this is going to play out for a minute. They're going to try to turn your own kids against you, which a lot of people do vindictively when they're getting divorced. My best advice to you is when you are having this moment and telling your kids that you are getting divorced, you be completely honest and upfront for their age level. I love mommy. Mommy loves me. We are still going to be a family. We just don't love each other the same way. We're going to live in different houses, and it's going to be hard. Sometimes mommy and daddy are not going to get along that much. Or we're gonna, fight about who's picking you up, but it's never anything to do with you. And we're not hating each other. We're not hateful. We're just gotta, until we figure things out, it's gonna be a little unsteady, but we are gonna figure things out. And I just want you to know that you can always talk to me, and I'm gonna take you to somebody that you can talk to if you don't want to talk to mommy and daddy. It might seem like annoying, but I think that we need to put you in counseling now, and mommy and daddy are going to do their own counseling so that we all have, places to vent our feelings. And, daddy's still going to be here for you. Mom's still going to be here for you. We love you, and our family's just going to look a little different. Be honest. Don't run from it, and get really on it with therapy, because when one of the parents are manipulative and one of the parents are supportive, that is still very confusing for your child, and there's only so much you can do on your side. That professional will step in and try to counsel the other parent and tell the child all the things that they need to hear. It's not your fault. Mommy's upset. She's not thinking clearly. She really doesn't mean that. They are able to explain it better to your child than you can. And you can remove yourself from the toxicity so that your child has a safe place to heal, and you do as well. Right? I know that went left. Not all of you are in a marriage with children, but I gotta put it out there. If you don't have children, I feel like this person's being vindictive with like co-workers, maybe leaking information to co-workers, so there's gossip in your workplace. Your family members trying to turn family members and friends and townspeople against you. It's like, choose sides. Everybody's going to choose me, and you're not going to have any friends, and you're going to lose your job, and you're not going to be able to pay child support, and you're going to come running back to me. That's the energy I'm feeling. I don't fucking like it, but it definitely comes from a hurt. I'm not going to say it's going to last forever or that you should pity this person, but they aren't going to be in good mental health. You can't force that person to get in therapy, but you can with your children. And if they do fight you about counseling, you have your own time with your kids. Make sure those appointments that you're taking them to are within your time, and you can get legal help if you really feel like your kid needs therapy and one of the other parents won't sign off on it. You can take it to a judge. It doesn't always have to be in court. You can do mediation, and if the judge feels that it is in the best benefit of the child to have counseling, they will override the other parent, because I think you do need both consenting. Whoever has sole custody or joint custody, both parents have to agree to counseling. So if the other person is just being difficult and won't agree, it's going to be annoying, it's going to cost more money, but that isn't a deterrent. Keep fighting for the mental health of yourself and your kid and their future relationship with their own mother, because at some point she's going to get her head out of her ass and move on with her life and, regret the damage she caused her kids, hopefully, if she becomes a healed person. If not, your kid's going to grow up and realize that you, one, never bashed their mother. You did everything you could to explain it, to be there for them. When that person yelled at you, you didn't yell back. They're going to remember this, and they're going to respect you more for it, I promise you. And they're going to see her actions, and it's going to cause a rift in their relationship, especially when they're teenagers. And if they're teenagers now, it's really going to affect their relationship when they have kids. When they see their parent act out but never correct it, that is far more damaging than a parent who acts out and then gets their stuff together and eventually comes back. Because we all grew up and we realize how hard it was for our parents, and your kid will see that, like, oh, the divorce was hard, those first 2 years were crazy, but she apologized. Not that it makes it right, but it does bring a more balanced child when they can finally own their shit. I don't know how quickly that's going to happen. This female is very devastated, and again, I'm not bashing this person. This is a hard place to be in for both of you. Whether you have kids or not, like if you married someone, no one's intention is ever to get divorced. No one's intention is ever to fail the other one in any way. It's just life gets in the way, and that's what happens. And that pain, it's gotta be transmuted. It's gotta be felt, and it's gotta be felt and dealt with. And a lot of the time of them being vindictive is because they just don't have the willpower to face it. They want to sit in that anger. They want to sit in the resentment and blame everybody else. The healing comes when you are able to take responsibility for your part in things. So if they're continuously blaming you for everything, they have not healed, and they're going to continuously blame everything on you, to your children, to their friends, to everybody, until they heal and project, and it's not going to make them look good. And people are going to be overhearing the bashing at some point. You just gotta, masculines out there, I'm telling you, just keep your head down. I know it's gonna be fucking difficult, especially when they say hard shit about you or to you in front of your kids. Just, that's not true. I love my kids, and just walk away, leave if you have to, give your kids a hug and kiss and be like, I'll call you later. Don't even acknowledge the mom if you need to straight up ignore them so that you two don't fight in front of your kids. Just look at your kids and think about their mental health, because this person isn't going to, and your kids need you. And I feel like that's Spirit's overall message. Like, you are going through some shit. You're hurting too. I know you feel guilty, even though I don't really think you have anything to feel guilty about. You fell in love with the wrong person first. We all do. Until the right one comes, you don't know you're in the wrong love. It's no more your fault falling in love with the right person for you than it is the person's fault for acting this crazy because their heart is broken. Love is complicated. It makes no fucking sense, and it has no rules. The best we could do is navigate through light in love. So navigate through this with your children. Keep the blinders on to the bullshit, and just speak how they would always speak like your kids are listening. That helps really keep the anger out of it. And this person isn't going to do that. Bottom line, they're going to push your buttons and they're going to be hateful and try to make scenes. Just don't respond. Don't react. That's the best advice I have for the situation at this time. I'm so sorry it's this difficult. I wish I had better news for you, but there is good news. The silver lining is this person loves you back. This person is loyal and true, and you are going to get over all this complication, and you are going to have a good life together, but it is going to be turbulent in the beginning. That person is going to be blamed for a lot of stuff, and I think that they can handle it. I don't feel like they're bucking or shedding responsibility or running because people are talking shit. I don't really feel like this person is weak at all. If somebody called them a homewrecker, I feel like they would either be so confrontational that the other person would get choked up like, a homewrecker, really? So you know my life, you know this person's life, you know when we met, you know our exact timeline to the fucking letter, or you're just gonna sit around and listen to some bullshit gossip and not think for yourself or do your own research, so you stand up here looking like a straight up asshole with stuff you don't even know about. You have a good day, Karen. I feel like that person is just gonna like paint the stupid on the people. Like no matter what anybody says, it's like, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. I know my truth, boo-boo. I know I didn't do that. This person knows themselves. They have respect for themselves. They even stood up to you, collective, or you stood up to your person, collective. You didn't want to be the side piece. You refused. So you're not going to, or this person isn't going to buckle when the town's got shit to say, or the family's got shit to say, or whatever. And if the kids are angry, this person understands it. Maybe they came from a broken home, or they can just put themselves in your kids' shoes. I'm not their mom. Of course they're pissed. Their mom and dad are breaking up. I just gotta give them time. I just have to love them through it. There's a great patience. What you don't see in your person is your person already loves your kids because they came from you. This person loves you. Whatever comes from you, they love unconditionally. It doesn't matter that they were mothered by someone else. They're your children. So if you are wondering if this person's going to accept your family, like your mother, your siblings, your friends, these are people you love and value. And who you love and value, this person will love, value, and respect because they made you, they've raised you, and they're a part of your life. They want to be a part of your life in a healthy, correct way. I think you need to let go of this fear of we're not going to fit. You are going to fit, but it's going to be hard and it's going to be work. This person is unlike anybody, and so are you, though. The easier option was comfortable for you, but it wasn't right for you, and that's your overall lesson. Only you can decide if you're going to keep it and take it and run with it, or keep brushing it under the rug. Oh, hey. Hockey! Come, baby, come. He was so close that time. I didn't zoom, but he's like literally flying right over my yard. We're at the end of the reading. He made his point. Hockey! The reading's over if you want to click off now, but I'm going to see if he's really going to land for a second. Look, Lovey and Dovey are up there on the line. Ah!